Schizachyrium scoparium, the little bluestem, one of our great North American prairie grasses. So if you look at that scientific name, I remember my plant ID teacher saying Schizachyrium. But I think the best way is to say Schizachyrium scoparium, the little bluestem, again, a great native prairie grass. Now, this has really become one of the favorites of designers, landscape people who want to recreate North American prairies, want to have plants that are native in the landscape, a very vertical, upright habit in the landscape. And that's the way that little bluestem grows, typically very vertical in the landscape. And there are cultivars you can choose. In fact, the one that I'm standing next to is called Standing Ovation. And that one is even a little bit more upright than the species that you find out in the wild. But one thing that you can do to ensure that this plant is even more upright in the wild, which is really kind of a nice landscape feature, is to make sure that you're not planting it in heavily irrigated sites, that it is a plant that gets a little bit of dryness to it. It's also in poorer soils. It will thrive in those locations and be very beautiful. Grasses bring movement into the landscape. And we always want plants that bring that other dimension into the landscape. And one thing that you can bring in is the movement of grasses. And little bluestem is one of the top choices for that. In fact, behind me, there's a lot of native grasses in this landscape, but the star is little bluestem. You can see the bluish cast to it. It's a shorter grass, just about 36 inches tall, spreading out to about 18, maybe 20 inches wide. But it is a plant that you want to add amongst other herbaceous plants to give you a different fine textured movement element into the garden. Now you can select cultivars based on that blue color. There's several out on the market that are more blue than other ones. And so you can look out for that if that's something that you want. But just the native one that we see on the sides of the roads and in a native landscapes, it's beautiful as well. Now this will seed itself, not necessarily coming back true to seed in the landscape. It's not thuggish by any means, but you don't want to go overboard with this in a landscape. You only need a little bit to go a long way. So Schizachyrium scoparium, the little bluestem, a great native grass to add to any landscape in North America. Schizachyrium scoparium, the little bluestem, here's a landscape tip. Provides excellent cover year-round for wildlife. This is a host plant to various butterflies and moths, making it a great choice for a pollinator garden.